Hey guys, this is Arnobless98 and here is my question and answer video. Thank you guys so much for everyone who participated, and it's been fun answering all your questions. And anyway, to start, this is my 10,000 sub special. It's an actual special, not a well-timed instruction or transformer video. And yeah, I think at this recording I've hit over 11,000, and yeah, I remember hitting 5,000 over the summer because that was my Bumblebee's instruction video. Yeah, that's a well-timed instruction video. And yeah, my channel's been growing quite a lot. Thank you guys so much for your support. It feels good to have a big channel like this, but at the same time I do have some problems. I'm not making Transformers as much as I used to due to college, and yeah, I have trouble keeping up with all everyone's comments and stuff and requests and instructions, and it's just a lot. I'm not used to all this. But yeah, I had a lot of trial and error over the summer trying to manage my comments and stuff. But I try to reply to everyone. I want to be like really friendly and approachable. Even though I do ignore a lot of comments about requests and instructions because those are really annoying and they get kind of repetitive. But yeah, thank you guys, everyone who's sticked around. I know a few people who have been here since the beginning, and yeah, it's just been a fun journey. I'll still make these Lego Transformers, and speaking of Lego Transformers, I do have a big surprise coming up either later today or tomorrow. I just finished my next Lego Transformer, and you're not going to believe who it is. I never showed anyone any work in progress pictures, so this thing's going to come out of nowhere, but I'm pretty proud. So far I've only finished 2 complete Transformers this winter break, and yeah, I think 2 is good, especially this next guy is kind of big. And there's more talking, but before we start, I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend Joshua Chan, also known as Superior Wave 116. Yeah, I've always wanted to give him a shout out recently. I just didn't have the time. I feel like this would be appropriate, but he also makes some very nice like Bayformers and Movieverse in various scales and stuff. He has some nice designs, and he's even built my own Transformers too. But yeah, I really want to help him out. He definitely has some good stuff there, so check him out. I have the link to his channel in the description or something. Yeah. Yeah, now let's start with the question and answer. I've received about questions from roughly over 30 people, which is a lot actually. I'm really surprised that a lot of you just ask questions about Transformers, not much about my personal life, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't talk too much about my personal life. Well, my vlogs are supposed to be aimed towards my Transformer builds and like show what's up and stuff, but I don't think I'm really gonna do any vlogs anymore. My channel is pretty big and people are just gonna ignore them, so it's not as personal as it used to be, but yeah, it's been fun answering these questions, a lot of interesting things, and yeah, yeah, I don't talk about myself too much, even in my vlogs, but yeah, I try to keep my actual Transformers videos about the Transformers themselves, not about my personality or personal life. Like, my main focus of my channel are my builds, so yeah, it's been fun to open up for these questions, and yeah, for these questions, I know a lot of people ask the same questions, and I think I might have skipped a few people because their questions were kind of the same, but yeah, if you ask 3 questions, sometimes I might only answer 1 or 2, since a few of them have been taken already by other people who only ask a single question, so I try to prioritize that, but yeah, it's fun. Thanks for everyone who participated, and let's start the questions. And yeah, I did, it's kind of like, I didn't have a script for these questions. I did pull out some props like Transformers or Legos to show, but I didn't like script any of this, so it might be kind of awkward, but yeah, let's start. Alright, and my first question is from my good friend Dominic, also known as Psycho Brick, and it is, what happened to Grimlock? Yeah, I know a few others asked that because I wanted you guys to ask that, but that was his only question, so I decided to give it to him. And yeah, Grimlock, I know a year ago you saw my vlog, I had a whole body of Grimlock and a little prototype and stuff. But as soon as the last night came, like, I got information last night, I kind of gave up on Grimlock. I wanted to make more last night Transformers, because Grimlock would take so much time, and yeah, so I did kind of give up on him. I took apart his old body you saw in the vlog, like, a few weeks ago, because he had some valuable parts. And I'm not sure when I'll make him again as, like, the full size, or if I could... I might try to make him like a bit smaller to scale with my other Dinobots. That means Prime wouldn't ride him, but yeah, so he's my only main Transformer from Age of Extinction I haven't done, and yeah, Grimlock, I'll pick him up sometime. I just didn't think I was ready for the challenge, like, I didn't have enough parts to actually make him, like, and make the prototype. Like, afterwards I'd bricklink it, but, like, I didn't think I had enough joints and stuff, and yeah, I didn't feel ready to make such a big Transformer. But luckily, the one thing I do have left from Grimlock, I never showed this off. It was present at Brick Fair, and I did do a bit of bricklinking on it. Here's actually Grimlock's head, like fully completed. Yeah, I think it turned out really nice. It's the gel and stuff. It was present at Brick Fair because I wanted some representation of all the 4 Dinobots. And yeah, I like how this one came out. Yeah, the original head was multicolored, and I took that apart, so this is the final thing. And it comes on a little stand. If you saw it during my Brick Fair video, I don't think anyone paid attention to that, but yeah, it is fully transformable. This whole section splits in half, and this actually just rotates around. It forms his, like, chest armor, which is pretty cool. I don't want to get into the details. This is kind of floppy, actually. Yeah. But yeah, as of now, Grimlock is kind of just, like, I gave up on him, but I could continue him sometime in the future. And the second question comes from Eevee Kid. It's so tempting to make the Transformers battle and death, like play with them, I guess. Yeah, it is. Well, not for my Lego Transformers, but for my actual Transformers. Like, besides, like, actually transforming them, I do, like, mess around with them and have little battles sometimes. And that's probably why, like, I get distracted too often with my Lego Transformers. I don't know, back then I did find it satisfying when I could only make one Transformer at a time. I felt really satisfying to, like, crush them up and, like, destroy them when I was done and ready to make a new Transformer, but yeah, I do like to play around with them. We were brothers once. Yeah, like that. And next is Clockwork Animations. 3 questions, alright. Is there a certain project that you've always wanted to build, Transformers-wise, like a certain character? Oh, I've always wanted to make a Devastator ever since I started making Lego Transformers, but I just didn't have the time. If I have time this summer, I definitely will try to make Devastator. He's one of my favorite designs. I don't care if he looks like a monster or has balls, but I just love that design. It's gonna be a huge challenge because I never made anything that big. That's why I gave up on Grimlock, but I'm pretty confident I could pull off Devastator as soon as I get the head down, because I think that's the hardest part, getting Mixmaster to turn into the head. And second question is, Rumble is red, Frenzy is blue, or Rumble is blue, Frenzy is red? I'm going with Rumble is blue and Frenzy is red. I'm more familiar with the G1 cartoon than the toys, and I definitely picture Rumble being the blue one, or sometimes purple in this case. I hope not to start any arguments, but that's how I think about it. And 3, what got you into Transformers? Earliest Transformer memories. I think I remember my cousins back then were really into Transformers, like back then with, like, I think Energon and, like, Cybertron. They gave me a few Transformers as, like, presents. Yeah, and this is my first Transformer. This is I think it's like Treadbolt from either Energon or Armada. Yeah, I got him as a present, and of course I was a pretty dumb kid back then, so I just took him apart and he's, like, missing all his pieces, but yeah. What really got me into Transformers is one day I was with my cousins, their families were shopping, and then I was at Best Buy, and they had the first Transformers movie on playing, and I watched, like, half of that, like, the whole, like, end battle was, like, so epic, and that really got me into them. Like, the Transformers, like, fighting, like, Brawl, and then, like, Optimus fighting Megatron, just punching each other. I thought that was, like, awesome, and how they transform, and, like, yeah, that's what really got me into that. I think I was, like, how old? Maybe it was, like, 4th grade or 5th grade? Yeah, that's a while, but yeah, that's my earliest Transformers memory. This is from Rhino. Would you like Lego and Hasbro to team up and make some officially released Lego Transformers? If they did, what 3 would you like them to make? Yeah, of course I would like see some official Lego Transformers. I can't be like, sometimes I need a break. Sometimes I want other people to make things for me, and I'm kidding. And yeah, what 3? Obviously, I don't know what iteration, but obviously Megatron, Optimus, and Bumblebee, just to keep it consistent, because they're all the main characters, even though they don't always have my favorite designs. Either G1 or one of the movies, I honestly don't care. Like, it'll be interesting, because, probably movies, actually, because G1 has been done quite a lot. And next is from my good buddy Transformers Clips. He went by another name previously, but I want to say it just in case he doesn't want me to. he's probably been one of my oldest fans and found my channel pretty early on, and he's been a great bud of mine. And his question is, where's Transformers Prime Ultra Magnus? He's right here. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you mean the Lego version? Yeah, I'll talk about how I'm taking a break from Transformers Prime. Well, it's been too long, but yeah, I promise I'll make him one of these days. I did make Western Star Prime for you, so are you half happy? And next one is from Lego Manic. Are you going to make more instruction videos on your Transformers? Also, if you made an instruction video on Grimlock, would you split the video into multiple videos for different sections? That's an interesting one. Yeah, I definitely will make more instructions. When I'm at home, I don't want to make any instructions because I have all the Lego pieces here. I can make new things, and I'm trying to work on a new format for instructions to make them easier for me and easier for you guys to understand. And yeah, and for Grimlock, if I do make it, I'm not really sure about that. I'll probably just make a big Lego digital designer file and or stud.io, which is a new program I use, which is in association with Bricklink, and probably just send it out somehow, since it'll take a really long time and it'd be really confusing. And another question he has, have you ever thought about sending a Lego digital designer file to Lego to make one of your own Transformers an actual set? If yes, who? It'd definitely be my movie Optimus. Yeah, he's definitely the more stable. He's one of my favorites, or that, or a movie Starscream here, which is, yeah, I really like his design. He holds together well, considering he's pretty old. And a third question is, can you go back and revisit to make your Transformers more accurate? Yeah, definitely considering that. A lot of my first movie Transformers were not too accurate and kind of I guess. A few of them come to mind are Ratchet, Ironhide, Jazz, and Blackout, and I might as well redo everything. Optimus and Starscream from the first movie have been redone quite a few amount of times, and they look much better than they originally did. Next is Waffle Gamer 2018. 3 questions. Are you in the same school as Logan Film Studios? Obviously not, because I'm in college and I live in a completely different state. I don't live in Virginia, around there, and yeah. 2, do you reply to everyone? I try my best. Some people say really short things I probably won't reply, like nice or cool. Sometimes you get tired, or instructions, or some questions that I want people to read the description first before commenting, but generally I try to. But with my original Western Star Primes video, things got kind of out of hand. I got way too many comments, so yeah. And I didn't reply to too many of the comments on this question and answer pre-video, because I would answer them right now. And 3, what's better, tacos or nacho cheese? I'm gonna say tacos because they're more of a food than nacho cheese, but can't tacos have nacho cheese on them? It's a weird comparison. Whatever. Edgy Teen 666. Besides Bricklink, where do you get the parts to build your Transformers? Well, nowadays it's all Bricklink because it's cheaper and I can get all the pieces I need. But back then, of course, I started with the actual Mixel sets, the Chima Legend Beast, and a few creator sets to kind of create a starter kit for my Transformers. But yeah, speaking of Mixels, here are all the Mixels I've actually gotten. Here are all the packages. Yeah, I got quite a lot. This definitely was not cost effective because I would just buy a Mixel just to get a few pieces I needed, and yeah, I was pretty hooked on these things. The bags actually smell very nice when you open them. I know it kind of sounds like I'm taking drugs, but yeah, I do have a lot of Mixels. I do have 3 or 4 actually still together because I like their designs, and it was such a fun line. Shame it ended, but yeah, I'm better off buying off Bricklink to get all the parts I need. It's pretty cheap. And my friend Super Chris Productions. You should go check his channel out. He makes some pretty cool custom minifigures, especially from Ruby, and a few Lego Transformers. He made an Optimus and a Megatron and even a Prime RC. So yeah. Anyways, a few questions. What do you think of Ruby Volume 5 so far? Yeah, in case you don't know Ruby, I really like the show. It's this web series by Rooster Teeth. It's on YouTube, and yeah, it's kind of like an anime, but I don't know if it's actually an anime. But yeah, what do you think of Volume 5 so far? I think it's much better than Volume 4. 4 is pretty slow, and the plot's progressing pretty fast, and Yeah, I only watched the last episode I saw was 11, which had a pretty epic fight, and yeah, so I haven't seen 12 yet, but yeah. Two, who's your favorite character besides Neo? I would say is Y or Ren. I really like Ren. I like how like calm he is. He's kind of like a ninja, and I kind of relate to him somehow. But I don't know. Yeah, and also Nora too. I like that they have a good dynamic with. She has a good dynamic with Ren. She's like the really loud, talkative girl, and yeah. And three, which of your Transformers you have made as your favorite from 2017? That would be a Revenge of the Fallen Megatron right here. I know I posted my top 5 for the year on Instagram instead of YouTube because I know you guys wouldn't want me to post a video if I haven't made a Lego Transformer in a while. Yeah, I just really like how Megatron turned out. I love his design in general, and this guy turned out great, especially with the rolling treads because I like rolling treads. Oh, okay. Matthew da Silva. Oh, okay. Are you gonna collab with anyone? I don't know. Collabing with Transformers seems kind of tricky. Like it's much different than with like stop motions or custom minifigures. Like I don't know. I feel like a lot has to be done in person, not like you do something and send it over to another person. And probably not. I would say so. It'd probably be time consuming to do a collab and to decide on a Transformer, figure out a style, and yeah. And why did you choose this as a career choice? A good career choice? This isn't a career, it's just a hobby. I've stated this a few times. It's just something I do for fun, and yeah, I do it because it's fun. It brings out a challenge, and like it's something that not too many people do. So yeah, there you go. And Jazzatron. Who's your favorite Transformer from G1? That's a tough one. I've seen like a good like first half of season 1, and my favorite character would probably be Soundwave and his minions, and his minions, because like they really complete him, and I especially like Rumble in particular, the blue guy, because I said that before. I don't know. I like how like trash talky he is, and like his attitude, and he's a cool character, and Soundwave as a whole is pretty good. And my favorite combiner would probably be Bruticus. I don't know, I just like the idea, like it's all like military vehicles and he's pretty like tough, and yeah, I do have the combiner where it's Onslaught. I just have Onslaught and no other limbs. I'll pick those up sometime. And Todd Animates. Questions. What is your first Lego set? I think it was like those like big Lego like buckets which have like Lego random bricks in it, like those brick buckets from back in the day. I know my mom. That's how my mom introduced me to Lego. She had brought that for me, and then like every night my mom or dad would build something for me before I go to bed, and it was pretty cool. And I also remember having this adventure set back then. It was like this biplane, and yeah, of course I tore that to pieces also, and I still have some parts laying around, but I think those were my first Lego sets. Does stepping on a Lego hurt you? Yeah, it does. Who wouldn't feel pain when they step on a Lego? Yeah, I do have a bunch of Legos on the floor, and it's always tricky when I turn off the lights because I have to make sure not to step on anything. But good thing I have a carpet underneath, so yeah. And what do you think about Gundam? I think Gundams are pretty cool. I'm not into the show or the actual figures because I like the idea you could like build your own like robot, and like they're really posable, and yeah, I don't want to get into Gundam because I know it's gonna be a really like I'm gonna get hooked on it, and like it's gonna be like Transformers, and right now I don't really want to spend too much, but yeah, Gundams are cool. Yeah, next is the Sky Miner Gaming, MCPE. What do you study in college? Oh, I'm studying engineering, and yeah, do you plan to make Transformers for the Bumblebee solo movie adaptations? I definitely will. I definitely will try. As of right now, I can't really make anything. Like, even though we know Bumblebee's like design, I want to see how the toy turns out first, and yeah, I also want to see the other characters' designs too. And luckily, there doesn't seem to be a really big cast as the movie's on a smaller budget, so I don't have to make as many Transformers as I did with The Last Night. Yeah, I still haven't made every Transformer from The Last Night, which I'm not sure if I will, but... And yeah, I'll probably make a project like maybe this summer or winter break, whenever we find out those concept art pictures or toys or whatever, yeah. And yeah, and the last one is, are you ever going to make Starscream bigger? Yeah, I definitely want to. I like how my Starscream turned out, but he's quite small. He's also one of the oldest designs I still have around. Yeah, he is pretty small. He's a quite a big guy in the movie. I think his F-22 alt mode is one of the largest alt modes of the any of the Transformers in general. Well, maybe just like the first movie, but yeah, you can see he's quite at scale with Megatron, and yeah, if I were to make him bigger, I'd probably want to start from scratch, maybe incorporate elements of this guy. And Xeno Gaming, will you come to Europe? Yeah, I haven't been to Europe before actually. I never thought about it. I actually really wanted to go to Japan, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do more traveling later on. I never thought about going to Europe, but yeah, well, probably because I don't have any relatives there. And two, have you seen Osro's new video? Oh, in case you don't know who Osro is, he makes these like amazing like Transformers animations from the movies, and they're just amazing to look at. And I use a lot of his videos for reference material too, since he animates them really cleanly. And yeah, his newest video was a Galvatron, and of course I've seen it. I really liked it, especially how he had two versions, one for the cube crappy CGI one, and then like a realistic Transformer animation. And yeah, I really like his videos, and he's doing a great job so far. Yeah. And last one is, what's your favorite car? As I don't actually have a favorite like actual car. Well, probably because I can't drive, but yeah, I don't really care what car I drive as long as it gets the job done and doesn't break often. But for Transformers, I really like the Crosshair's Corvette alt mode. I just really like the shaping, and I even like the stripes on it, which I'm really glad the last night version got down on both sides and made this thing much better. So yeah, this thing is one of my favorite car alt modes for Transformers in general. And Lego Lord 1, how many years have you been on YouTube? Yeah, I started my channel back in uh, June of 2015, so I would say it's roughly like 2.5 years, I would say. That's quite a lot actually. So this summer I'll probably hit my 3rd-year anniversary, which is pretty good. Yeah, so 2.5 years. And next is from my friend Logan Film Studios. Where did the name Arnables 98 come from? That's interesting. I actually never explained that in my videos actually. Yeah, it's actually Aura Nobilis, like Aura, and then that space Nobilis, not Aaron Nobilis, but yeah, it's actually a scientific name of a parrot. Well, the former scientific name of one. It was weird because back then I really liked parrots, and like my favorite animals are probably like seals, parrots, and pigs. But yeah, I really liked the parrots, and I would name like my username for things after parrots, like Arnabilis and like Aura, like something like after the scientific name. It was kind of weird, but yeah, that was like way back. I used to use Arnabilis for everything, followed by a different number, but yeah, I use 98 because that's the year I was born. Because I was inspired by 97 Lego Maniac, so I decided to follow up with a 98. And yeah, yeah, and here's you see it well. Yeah, this is actually the bird the channel's named after. Its scientific name right now is Dives Psittaca nobilis, but formerly is R nobilis. So that's where it comes from. And yeah, I really like this bird. It's a nice macaw. It's like the smallest macaw. And yeah, and after I created the channel, I never used RNFLS ever again because I think that's associated with my channel now, because when you search up RNFLS, you would see a 98 pop up at the end. We do it as a one word, and people will figure out to have a channel if I stuck with RNFLS, so I did change it up. And yeah, so that's where my channel comes from. It's named after a bird, so yeah. And what was your inspiration for building Lego Formers? First Lego Former builder you discovered? Oh, that would be a 97 Lego Maniac, also known as Yale. And yeah, I did find it. Back then I didn't have too many like parts to like build with. I was kind of messing around with some like Technic things, and I made this like pickup truck transformer that was like, it kind of looked like Ironhide. It had the cannons, and I showed it to my parents, and they thought it was pretty cool. And I took them apart, so I wanted to make something else, but I only had like red and white pieces. So I remember back then that it was like a Demolisher from the Revenge of the Fallen. He's a big like excavator. I still haven't made an official one, so I looked online on YouTube for inspiration how to make him, how to make that tread expand. So I just found a 97 Lego Maniacs a video on him, and then I found a channel that's pretty cool, and he's also Asian, so I figured, oh, I could do that too, because yeah, and that's how I started. I started taking up some mixels and other parts and like collecting them just in general, and then I decided to do some Transformers with them. And next one is from my friend Vix Leon. Is that how you say your name? Yeah. What do you plan to do when you finish college? I'm not actually sure. I haven't thought that far, even though it's my second year. But my parents want me to go do some kind of grad school. But yeah, I'm not really sure. And ideas for YouTube besides Lego Transformers? I don't know. I really want to stick to Lego Transformers, just Lego Transformers. I know in the past I did a few things. I made some like Lego Star Wars things and some like reviews and stuff. But I just want to focus on one thing because it kind of gets annoying when you kind of split off and people who came here to see some Lego Transformers see other things. And I just want to be consistent. So as of now, it's just Lego Transformers, especially with the time I have. Just Transformers and instructions. And Monster Smasher, who are you most excited for from the Studio series? Oh, that's a tough question. The Studio series looks amazing so far. I can't believe they're giving us a line just of previous Transformers movie characters. It's just a dream, and yeah, I'm mostly excited for. I definitely Leader Blackout and Voyager Brawl. Definitely those two, because those guys definitely need updates from their original toys, and I always love their designs. And I also really want to see a Stinger too. I was actually serious about getting the Dakara Stinger that was a straight up repaint of Age of Extinction Bumblebee, but yeah, I'm glad he's getting a new mold. I can't wait to see that and add him to my Age of Extinction shelf. And yeah, who's your favorite Transformer movie verse? That's a really tough one. As characters, I really like Crosshairs and Hound. Like they're kind of like cool together. But as designs, it's a pretty big list. I like the Constructicons, especially Devastator, and especially Mixmaster and Demolisher are some of my favorite designs. And I also like a Bone Crusher and Brawl from the first movie. And yeah, for the Autobots, I like their designs too. I think one of my favorites is Jolt for some reason. I just like his design. He's not much of an actual character. He doesn't have any lines or screen time. I just like his design. And what is your favorite movie-verse toy? Oh, that's also a very tough one. Yeah, there's tons of good movie-verse figures, especially with the Last Night and stuff. But this guy's one of my favorites still. Deluxe Bone Crusher. I just like his design. Maybe he needs to be bigger with some update. And a recent favorite of mine is a movie The Best Megatron. He's a Takara Silver repaint of the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron molds, the Voyager one, and I just love the colors on him. He's just cool to look at and just eye candy, and spec factor doesn't bother me at all. But I'm still excited for the Studio series Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. But I still keep the two together if I do get that one. Next is from our friend Jalen Rocks Out. I'm sorry I can only get to one of your questions because two of them have been asked already. And so, what do you think of the new Bumblebee movie? I think it's kind of promising. I wonder how people would react to it because like everyone's kind of annoyed by Michael Bay and stuff. But it seems pretty refreshing, and I can't wait to see the robot designs and everything and how it ties into the other movies. And yeah, it's still a long way. It's the end of this year, so I got quite some time. And yeah, I don't want to form too many opinions on something we barely see, like any clips or toys of. Gary Turner, who would win in a battle, Ironhide or Soundwave? Ooh, that's a interesting one. Just in general, I think Ironhide would win if Soundwave didn't have his minions. Like Ironhide just has more like firepower, like in general, like G1 and Movieverse. But yeah, but if Soundwave did have his minions, Ironhide would pretty much get destroyed. So Devastation Creation Gaming. One, will you build other Constructicons you're making other than ones you're going to make? I guess I want to try to make all 7 Constructicons that had robot modes, even the 2 that Revenge of the Fallen Constructicons, because I love the designs. Even the 2 that didn't have the robot modes in the movie, which were only in concept art and toys, which is Overload and Hightower. So I'll try to make 7. In addition, I'll make the 9 that formed Devastator himself separately. So that's 16 Constructicons. Jeez. Alright. What is your favorite Lego former? Ooh, that's an easy one actually. That is my movie Optimus here, actually. He's one of my favorites. I just love the engineering on him, and he holds up pretty well considering I've revised him quite a bit. I think I want to change up the whole upper half because it's not too accurate, especially with the chest, but I still like him, and he's very posable and light, and yeah, just one of my favorites. And 3, do you enjoy doing this? Oh, yes, I do. I do like making Lego Transformers. It's such a fun challenge, and unfortunately nowadays I don't have too much time to make them, or like it just gets problematic, but I just really enjoy doing this. And sometimes I stay up really late building, and since I know that when I go back to school I'm not going to mess with these anymore. And this next question, these two guys kind of asked a pretty kind of similar question. Supreme Thief asks, will you make any non-movie Transformers other than your already 15 Transformers? And my friend Student Scissors also asked, do you plan on making some more RS stuff, or are you going to continue to stick with movie and RD characters? That's an interesting one. I know I did some Prime in the past. I might get back to that sometime, and I don't know, for already I feel like I'm kind of done. The show is over. I don't have too much interest in the show, and I don't think you guys do either. And yeah, and also for my R-verse, it's pretty much like your own version of your Transformers, and I did make it Optimus and Megatron. It turned out pretty well, and yeah, I didn't make any after that, even though I had some plans. Unfortunately, I'm pretty busy lately, and I just want to make things that like I always want to make, just in case I don't have any time left to do my channel, or like I quit making like Transformers, just in case that happens, or I just never have time. I want to make things I've always wanted to make, which are some Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon. But if I ever do have time in the future, I'll pick up on that, especially R-verse, and especially Prime, and maybe I'll slip in some surprises. Maybe animated. I like the show. I just never bothered with the actual Transformers. Yeah, for R-verse, I had a few concepts or something. I was thinking of making a Reflector. He's the little camera guy from G1, 3 guys. I was gonna make him turn into like a giant like orbital like telescope as an idea. I also had plans for like a hot rod and like some like Decepticon drones, but I just never got to them because I really wanted to make some movie Transformers. And for Prime, of course I should do Megatron and Optimus and Ultra Magnus or a certain someone, and also Breakdown too, because I like his design. Yeah, just in general, I know that I remember back in like 2015 I did a lot of experimenting with different series and stuff, but now I just want to focus on what I want to make, just in case like my channel gets cut short, I guess, or just don't have time to make anything in the future. And this next question was asked by 2 people, Colin Wall and Invader Pikachu. Who's your favorite Transformer? I know I talked about my favorite G1 Transformer, favorite movie Transformer. It's just G1 Soundwave, and him like movieverse Hound and Crosshairs. But yeah, in general, there's a lot of characters, and I probably wouldn't go to the movieverse where actual like characters. But yeah, one of my favorites of all time is probably Prime Soundwave. I just really like his character, even though he was really quiet and didn't really speak. And yeah, some other characters I really like are and from the animated Decepticons. I love them. Blitzwing and Lugnut and all the Starscream clones. So those are some of my favorite Transformers characters. I grew up with animated. But if I were to choose one, it'd probably be Prime Soundwave right here. Yeah. Next is from Eric Webster. Can you do toy reviews? I considered that in the past, just review old figures, but I fear that like everyone does that, and it kind of gets like, I don't know, I see way too many reviews. Like I'll see it from the main reviewers, and once I see other reviewers do them, I don't watch them, like for like the Last Night line or something. And I don't know, I want to be unique. I just want to make Lego Transformers, because not too many people do that, while others just review toys, and I just see way too many toy reviews. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do any toy reviews, especially with the Transformers. And I did some for some Star Wars sets, but I don't think those are very good either. So this is from the Legendary Elemental. Besides Transformers, what other projects do you do? I actually don't do much outside of Lego Transformers, but I do collect a lot of things, like Transformers themselves, Lego Star Wars, and even rocks. I like to collect rocks back in the day, but Nowadays, besides Lego Transformers, yeah, I don't really do much. I play a few games and stuff. That's about it. How long have you known Psycho Brick? I think we kind of met pretty recently. Actually, we met at Brick Fair last year, so we haven't even known each other for a full year actually. So yeah, and we met because I found Dominic. I was taking a picture of his mini Megatron next to my bigger one, and yeah, we just became great friends after that. And last question, have you tried to make a video with a different language? English is like the only language I'm actually fluent in, but for my Rampage video, the intro I also planned to talk in like Chinese for that one, but it sounded really bad and I just didn't want to actually like do it, so yeah, I cut that out. Metroid Man 190. Which is your favorite Transformers series? That's an easy one. It might come to a shock because I don't do any Transformers from this series, but it's definitely animated actually. That's the Transformers series I kind of grew up with. After I got interested into the movies, I saw the show and I just really enjoyed it. And I just got one more set of questions. I'm gonna check my YouTube, but yeah, this is my last question now from Hammy Beat, the Magical Burger. Yeah, what is your favorite food? My favorite food, I would say, is a movie theater popcorn. Like, I guess it's a snack, but like, yeah, I really like movie theater popcorn. Not like the microwave one or the ones that come in the bags, but I really like movie theater popcorn. Something about it. And yeah, I also like a Jello too, and especially anything lychee flavored. Even though I think I'm allergic to the actual lychees themselves, but like lychee fruit. But yeah, lychee jelly is really good, and I also like shaved ice, and yeah, shaved ice is good with a lot of toppings and stuff. But yeah, those are my favorite foods. And how do you make your Transformers? Do you make the body frame? What do you do? I don't know, I've always wanted to make kind of like tips video or kind of starter video to make your own Transformers. I never got around to doing that, and yeah, generally most of my Transformers follow the same like joint layout and frame. I usually have a small frame for like a smaller Transformers like the car Transformers like Bumblebee or Crosshairs, and a larger one for larger characters like Optimus here. They just follow the same pattern with the joints. When I try to figure out like how the joints lay out, I pretty much like fold the frame up into some kind of shape using extra joints and stuff. Or sometimes I focus on a really hard part originally and then like work my way over. And yeah, yeah, I definitely follow some kind of like frame. So yeah, this leg design. If you just look at the layout of the ball joints, this is pretty similar. But yeah, that's how I make them. I should do a tips video. I know at Brick Fair, my first Brick Fair in 2016, I did have two little like frames to show people how like they turned out, but I took them apart obviously because I run out ball joints from time to time. But yeah, they do follow some of that pattern. And his final question is, do you like magical hamburgers? Oh, that's a tricky one. Does being magical make the hamburgers taste better? Because if so, yes. I also like burgers too, but yeah, those are all the questions. Thanks again. Thanks for everyone who participated. This was pretty fun, and it didn't take as long as I thought. And yeah, this is my 10,000 sub special. I wonder what kind of other like specials I could do in the future. Like besides something not related to a specific transformer or instructions, like what like other YouTubers do for sub specials. But yeah, that should be it. My next transformer is coming really soon. I'm excited for that, and yeah, that should be it. Thank you guys so much for your support on this channel. I still make Transformers despite college, and I'm looking forward to making more Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, and the Bumblebee movie when I see more pictures and stuff. So yeah, that should be it. Of course, if you have any other questions, you could always ask me. I could probably answer them if you didn't participate in this question and answer video. And yeah, I'll see you guys really soon.